Hello everyone, this is Mario from Kanen Coffee. Here we have this beautiful Saeco Xelisis espresso machine. Now this machine is a 220 volt machine and it was being hooked up to a transformer. This one that you see right here. Now this transformer is rated to 1500 watts and that's the maximum output that this thing gives. You can see 1500 VA max rating power. And this machine is rated at 1500 amps, so it's literally very borderline for this power transformer to actually be working for this machine. So you would like to continue using the machine, I would recommend a higher one, so that way you can have enough, at least a 2000 watt transformer, so that way you can have enough power and enough space for the machine to function fully as well. Right now it's hooked up to our 220 volt plug. That's the exact same plug that we use for our hot water tower. That you see right over there. That's a hot water tower, and that definitely requires a really hefty, a lot of power to heat up and get up to temperature. So right now the machine is ready to start brewing. We're gonna be doing a cappuccino, so that way we can test the whole craft functions of this machine as well as part of the spouts and some parts of and then we're going to be using the hot water and then the steamer. Now for this machine we did replace a lot of parts, starting with the whole door assembly. We basically had to disassemble everything you see right here. Most of these little valves are located on parts of the front door, parts of this whole thing, this whole block is basically located right there, and that basically creates the flow and the crema of your espresso shot. So whenever you twist these, basically twist an adjustment inside of it, and that's what gives you more crema or less crema on the whole system. It's a little complex, but we were able to replace all these parts. We also replaced this one as well. We replaced the entire thing. It was much easier. That's a brand new one. This one had a bunch of scratches on the stuff. There's a couple of scratches on the back of the panel. That's one of the panels that we couldn't really get. And then the other panel that is inside the machine, that is the inner cover, that one is on back order, and it's been on back order since February of this year. And they don't really know exactly when they're gonna have it. So if they're going to have it. This one requires a very specific one because there's a sensor right here as well, and that has like a little gap. The one that they have it doesn't have that gap and doesn't have that sensor, so it's for this specific one with the sensor is the one that is on back order. So we couldn't really get that. What else we also did on the machine? We also checked inside the machine to make sure there are no leaks or anything. The ceramic one had no leaks, but I did replace a little bit of the O-rings as well inside. I also made sure that the water pump was still working, as well as the other water pump was still working. All the valves were opening the way they're supposed to, as well as the pressure and the flow meters of the machines were on the optimal range. So yeah, we did test this machine very truly, make sure there were no leaks or anything like that. We did find a leak right when we were looking. We were doing the descaling cycle, and we just the leak was coming out from the gasket right here. It was just whenever the water would just go over here, it would just slowly drip, and that was basically the whole leak. Just put a little bit of water seal tape to seal it, and the tray is still holding up water. It's just a little gasket in there that is just doing that. Besides that, the machine's been working perfectly fine. It's been pressurizing, it's been heating up, it's been brewing coffee, it's just been working. So let's just start with one cappuccino. This way we can test the entire system, all the side. We'll be testing the whole full carafe with full carafe sensors. We'll be testing the steamer, the treat, solenoid valve assembly that are located right here. Those ones take care of delivering the steam through these two little hoses that you see protruding whenever you remove the carafe. So we're going to be testing all those just by doing a cappuccino, as the steamer needs to go through a bunch of those tubes, open up the valves in different positions, so that way it will start siphoning the water coming out from the carafe. So we're using water, we're not using milk, I know, but we don't have milk, and this will act the exact same way as milk. As you can see, it's frothing the way it should be. It's going to be doing a whole cappuccino. Over here on the machine, you can increase and decrease a couple of settings. The settings of the machines are amazing. You can do so much on this machine. You can really go wild on the programming of every single shot of espresso. We didn't touch any of the programming. We just left it like that. We're just testing parts of the machine. Right now the machine should be doing the pre-infusion, which will give a little bit of water, and then it will start pushing water through the entire system during the on the extraction phase, where it will just start pressurizing that brew unit, and the water will just shoot through the brew unit and then out of the spouts, and you will see that coffee coming out of the machine. Like I said, we're using hot water. We're using water with milk cleaner, so it's gonna look a little bit weird over here, but we'll still be able to see a bit of the crema, a bit of the color of the coffee. We can pull a shot of espresso, and let's fill that water tank. Okay, as you can see, the sensor is definitely working. There you go. Back to the main menu, and now we can do one shot of espresso. We can lower the spouts as well. We're using our test coffee, and that test coffee has been outside for a while, so hopefully we still get to see a bit of crema and a good espresso extracted. And even though we're using very old coffee, and we're still getting a little bit of crema, we could get a bit more crema and a bit better shot as the coffee gets fresher, and of course if we grind it a bit more finer. We're in the middle setting of the grinder, so we can still do that. Now let's just use the hot water of this machine. And now we're going to be testing the hot water function of the machine. I personally own this machine, not the European version. This is the European version. I own the US version, and I own the original Xelisis. This one will be the second generation, I believe, as mine didn't have really Xelisis, and it's the HD944, which is literally the original one. And I personally really love this machine, especially for the hot water that it produces, as well as the steam that it does. There you go, steam. I've been able to do some hot chocolate with this steam, as well as do some really good microfoam with the steamer itself. Also, the carafe as well is a nice addition to this machine, because, well, you don't like doing the steamer, or you don't have time, or or anything, you can always do the automatic function of the cappuccino with this machine, and you will get a nice cappuccino. The steam, as you can see, good pressure coming out from the one. As the thermoblow gets hotter, this thing gets more pressure as well. Nice steam coming out from this new steamer. Working excellent, depressurizing just the way it should be, and then going back to the menu. So there you have it, Saeco Xelisis working once again and ready to brew. Thank you so much for repairing Kanen Coffee. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that like, hit that bell, and thanks for watching.